one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business.
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things. And then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglass Lab. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet, but I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style, and it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at them. I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. People asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader, an expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
phenomenal Tanya T. Wise, who is here from the great state of Maryland. Tanya, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Can you indulge our audience a little bit and tell them just a little bit more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, I love being able to talk to people and have a magnetic attitude, being able to just show them. So I always like to say, level up is Coach at Tanya T. Wise here.
So can you tell our audience, just give them a teaser about what your presentation will be about?
So my philosophy is that we should all be living our dream life. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how you start living your dream life. What are some of the things that you thought about in your childhood that you just kind of let go and dormant?
Wow.
And I want to reignite that and just give you some pointers and some tips, some tools, some strategies to be able to start living your best life now. And guess what, Wanda? And leave an inheritance for your legacy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that's resonating with a lot of people. I've heard that you have a dynamic coaching program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools, we help them implement strategies, as well as give them resources so that they can live their best life now and leave that inheritance.
Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the leave the inheritance part. Listen, you are dropping some major nuggets, and I know a lot of what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people, but I think we're all curious. How did you even make this transition into the speaking and coaching arena? What's the story behind this?
So I started out in finance, and I realized that a lot of people don't necessarily go after their dream life because of the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it.
If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that?
Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Wise.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America. And my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million+ women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
I'm Kennedy Harris. My genius is being an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of K-Lock, a company where I develop my very own line of kids supplements. I currently market my multivitamin for kids to help combat weak immunity. During the pandemic, research has shown that having a strong immune system is key to fighting off disease. My vitamins are for kids, but adults can benefit from them as well. I'm adding a proprietary blend to my supplement line. I want to create my own blend so that I have a competitive edge in the marketplace. Staying healthy is important to me so that we live longer and have healthier lives. My website is klockproducts.com. That is Klock. Genius is common.
Hi, I'm Barbara Smith. Genius is common. My genius is executive coaching and professional corporate training. As the master executive coach and corporate training ambassador for the Genius is Common movement, I help business owners craft their stories in such a way that you know exactly what they do, what they have, and what they bring to the table. Many times as business owners, we are asked, so what do you do for a living? And we could be crushing in our businesses, but we're not quite sure exactly what to say in a short amount of time. Well, I help you take those stories that are the reason why you're in business and why you're so passionate about your business and craft them in such a way that people are drawn to you as opposed to being repelled by you. Because every conversation, every time you talk to someone about your business, you are excited about it. But are you really conveying what you do, what you have, and what you bring to the table? And do really people understand why you care so much and why they should care that you have the solution to their problem? Well, I'm here to help you with that. As a master storyteller, I can help you with your stories and spin them in such a way that they are intriguing and fascinating. People want to listen to you talk about your business. That's why at the Genius is Common movement, I am the master executive coach and professional training ambassador. That's my genius. And genius? Oh yeah, it's common.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Barbara H. Smith. I'm going to be your business moderator this afternoon, and we are going to have a phenomenal time here on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over these United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our first speaker this afternoon is Clarissa Turner. She is going to bring the fire. Growing up with two wonderful parents, Kenneth and Nancy Turner, in a faith-filled household, Clarissa Lauren was taught nothing was impossible when you believe. Her parents not only provided but demonstrated a strong foundation, having faith and having a heart to serve others. As Clarissa grew in her passion, her parents continued to motivate and push her for striving for success. This consistent encouragement taught her not to settle for staying within the box, but to strive to reach opportunities outside the box and assist others along the way. Clarissa has accomplished numerous things and endured many circumstances, distractions, can make it difficult for you to perform at an optimal level. And she knows this well. As her life continued and her journey continued, it was imperative that she focused so that she could remain crystal clear. Her vision for her personal life, education, career, and business exemplifies that you should never underestimate the power of focus. Clarissa believes you can always progress forward in your journey of life. The good news is, focusing is not a skill we can learn. It's a choice that we make. I present to you Clarissa Turner.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you? Look at you, so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You as well. How are you doing?
I'm great and grateful every day. I want you to know that this is going to be a phenomenal talk coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you Clarissa Turner, and genius is common. I'll see you on the other side.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I invite you to take time to take notes and to think about what we're going to discuss today from a fresh perspective of life skills. I'm here today to tie all the generations, whether you are a leader, whether you are a pastor, whether you are an entrepreneur, a business owner, even a parent. These life skills today you can apply to your life, and you can apply them today. Today, I want to focus on what we can do to make sure that we have the benefits of staying focused. As many of you do from year to year, we create vision boards, whether you create the vision board with magazines and cardboard and cutouts, or whether you create your vision board with applications from your cell phone devices. All those vision boards help you to create a list. Many of those items on your list are dreams and goals that you are looking for to accomplish during that year or through years to come. Many of us have a dream list that are 5, 10, or 15 years out. And staying focused on those dreams is what I'm here today to share with you on to make sure that we don't get off track, but we stay focused on what our goals and dreams are. And some of us throughout the years or previous years, we get off track, unfortunately, right? Due to life circumstances, due to changes, and whether it's in employment or our environment, a lot of times our mind changes because of the things around us. And you and I know there's plenty of advice out here on other podcast systems or other platforms that tell you and give you advice. But how many of those platforms give you advice on how to stay focused? One of the least things that are talked about in those other advice platforms, they give you plenty of things to have good performance. But what about your focus to actually achieve your goals? And some of you may say, well, what is focus? What is focus? Because I'm not sure. Can you give me a definition? I sure can. What is focus? Focus can be defined as a skill that allows people, you and I, to start a task without procrastination. Focus also keeps our attention and our efforts up and high and vision clear until the task is complete. And this means that you will need focus. Yes, if you haven't picked up, that's the key word today. You will need focus to become successful in all of your endeavors. And today I'm going to share with you the benefits of being focused. So one benefit that we're going to talk about, I'll give you the 3 now, is focus helps you to instill decision-making skills. That's one. Focus also yields to positive energy. And last but not least, focus helps you to take control. Yes, those are the 3 benefits of being focused. I'll say them again. One is it instills decision-making skills. I know that's a tongue twister. Number 2, it yields positive energy. And number 3, it helps you to take control. So let's dive right in. It instills decision-making skills when you are focused. So this means that the ability to make decisions is crucial. Whether you're making a decision as a boss or supervisor or an employee, even as a parent or a student. Your decision-making skills are imperative to making sure that you execute your focus to accomplish the things that you have set out, whether those things are your day-to-day to-do list or whether they are more of a collaborative list that you will have to accomplish things throughout the year or for the years to come. Those successful decisions are based on the principles and logical and critical thinking. And when you are clear on your focus, you are able to make those decisions better, right? You're able to make those decisions because you have the right information that you have gathered. You're able to make better decisions because you have taken the time to completely focus on what needs to be complete and accomplished. Good decisions does indeed take time for you to gather the right information. I know there is a plethora of information out there, but your instinct can truly tell you if this decision is going to lead me in the path that I need to make sure that I accomplish the goals that I have set for myself. Whether you are making a good decision personally or professionally, whether that decision is for you individually or as a group or a team leader, decision-making skills are imperative. But when you stay focused, those decision-making skills can yield to good things, which leads me to my second point. Benefits of staying focused yields to positive energy. Being focused helps you harvest positive energy. Yes, harvest it, because you are doing the work. You are doing the lead work. And when you are doing the work behind the scenes, your harvest of positive energy will emerge. It also allows you to keep yourself from a spiral. And sometimes a downward spiral can get us off track of what we originally set out to do for our lives. And from this perspective of positive energy, it gives you a different perspective. And that perspective allows you to look at life and what you need in life differently. When you view things in life around you, when you're wanting to reach those goals and accomplish those things, many people as a group or as an individual automatically go over to the negative way of thinking. I don't have enough. We don't have enough of this. Am I enough? Do we have enough information? Everyone usually thinks about the lack thereof of information or the lack of something that is negatively going to impact our decision. However, it is best that you detach those thoughts of negativity and allow positive energy to be around. Some of us may say, for example, the cup is half empty or the cup is half full. And from a focus perspective, I encourage you to look at that cup and to look at it as being half full, not half empty. So having that positive view and that positive energy gives you that focus that you are able to reach those goals in a great and steadily manner. Accomplishing those goals will shift your focus and it brings on the energy not only to you, but to those around you. Right? A lot of times people are looking at us as an example on how we lead, not only how we lead our team, but how we lead our household, how we lead projects, how we lead as a boss, how we lead as a manager, how we lead even as a supervisor in some positions. However, that energy of positivity can spill over on those who are around you. And when you are able to disperse that positive energy to those around you, trust me, your accomplishments of goal setting will be very well welcome. And our third point for being focused and the benefit of being focused, that it helps you take control. Yes, many people say, I don't have control over that. I don't have control over their actions. However, you may not have control over others, but you have control over you and what you can focus on. So yes, when you are focused, you can control the things that you are doing. And again, you take those steps because you, again, are in control. And I like to emphasize that because it's okay to say no when it is applicable to say no, because you are taking control of your decision making. Going back to number one, your decision making. It's okay to say yes when you need to say yes, because again, you are in control of the things that surround you. So if you have to say no to an individual who has asked you to take on a task, but you know your plate is full, or you have to say no on a decision that you know will throw you off track of your list, of your goal list. You want to make sure that your decisions that you say and the answers that you give to others helps you stay in control. It keeps you focused. It keeps you focused on what's in front of you, whether your goals are listed in front of you or whether, again, you have a vision board listed in front of you. You don't want anything that will overtake you or control you, because then your tasks are put aside or rest aside for accomplishing. So what we want to do, we want to become focused on something that is on our list, but not neglecting others at the same time. And you have to make sure that your focus is balanced. So when you are in control, you are able to do those things. You're able to channel in, going back to point number 2, your positive energy. When you are in control, you are able to make those right decisions, and you're able to handle the task a better way. Also, when you have your inner focus, which is a part of you taking control, it helps you to pull away from distractions. Yes, sometimes we have to put our phone on do not disturb. Sometimes, yes, we have to put things on mute or on hold for the moment being for us to accomplish and complete those goals that we have ahead. Whether it's finalizing a grant proposal for our business, or whether it's finalizing curriculum for our students, or whether it's a family trip that we need to finalize on our list. We are able to take control if we stay focused on what is at hand. And don't let us not forget your outer focus. Your outer focus gives you the flexibility to gain and keep control as well, and make sure that you have a contingency plan to be complete. Many times people take control of other people's situations and totally forget about what they have in task and what is on task for their goals. And let us always take the time to take control again. Take the time to set aside, whether it's 30 minutes, an hour, or even an entire day, to go over our list, to review our list. When things are accomplished, it's always wonderful to see that check mark there, that it is complete and it is done. And those things can be complete because we have the tools that we need, to benefits that we need to stay focused. And again, that is all a part of taking control. Whether you are actively in a focus-driven mindset, you have the tools and the opportunity to make sure that the list and the goals that you set out can be accomplished. Let us make sure that we are taking control by either listening to someone who's already in the seat that we would like to be a part of, whether we are feeding our mind with the positive energy that we talked about in point 2. And also, let's make sure that we are connected to those who can help us in accomplishing those goals. Let's not push those away who may be already established and stable in the things that we personally are trying to reach. And let's also not forget the tools of taking control as far as asking for help. Many times we do not ask for help, and it is imperative for us to be helpful to not only others, but to ourselves. Let's not forget about ourselves. Whether we are in our own lives, busy and moving, sometimes taking control of our day and setting that time aside and going back and reviewing, as I stated earlier, of the list that we complete, it helps us. It helps us reach our goals in a more steady fashion. It helps us to process what we need to go accomplish. It helps us to know what other tasks can I accomplish now that I have those benefits of being focused? I encourage you to make sure that your focus stays aligned. In today's world, that can be very challenging. We have many things going on, many things going around us, and even in our day-to-day lives, even in our future, even in our present. We want to make sure that these three benefits are imperative and embedded in our lives, even today. And so I want you to take the time, even today after this call, to know that my focus will be better. You will never know how much you are capable of unless you actively focus your mind on what you are doing. Many times we are comparing our lives to others, and many times we want to, some of us or some people, get jealous. But we never take time to sit back and see what steps did they take to accomplish and achieve those things. And I encourage you to always make sure that you imply the benefits of staying focused so that you can accomplish the things that you have set out for you. The best ability to increase your personal awareness is to make sure that your benefits of focus are driven daily. Let's focus on what really matters. Focus on what really matters helps you to take control. It helps you to bring in positive energy. It helps you to make great decisions when decisions are set before you. And let us not forget, many times in life, we are busy, but when you are focused on your dreams and focused on your goals, you can enjoy all of the abundance of life that is set out before you. You can always reach out to the focus list that you have created for yourself to add additional tasks as well, because you are completing those tasks throughout your lifetime. And let us also note to our personal lives that we do not want to settle for scraps. No scraps here. We're not going to settle for scraps. We are going to dream big. We are going to make our list. We are going to benefit from staying focused in our day-to-day lives. I hope that you have taken these three tasks ahead of you so that you can have the benefits of being focused. Remember, benefits of being focused help you to instill decision-making skills. It helps you to yield to positive energy. It helps you, yes, you, to take control. Thank you so much for your attention.
That is so good, Clarissa. Thank you so much for your intelligent talk about focus. I got a couple questions for you, though. You talked about, I took some notes, by the way, over here. You talked about instilling decision-making as one of the ways that focus helps you, but what happens when something catastrophic happens, like you lose a loved one or you lose a job, and you are focused, you have no problem focusing until that event? What tips, techniques, and strategies can you give our audience for getting back to focus?
Yes. So getting back to focus when there is some type of devastation or tragedy, it's always good to set a time of meditation or mindfulness. I know everyone grieves differently. Everyone handles tasks differently in their own perspective. But when you take time away, busy time, quiet time, pull away from everything, have that mindfulness setting. That mindfulness helps you to have that quiet time to list the things out of the things that you need to do to bring your focus back. And for example, me personally, what I did, I went on a walk. I had a journal. I let all of my bitterness feelings out within the journal. And then also, not only did I let that out in a journal, I was able to write down grateful things that I was grateful for.
That's it right
The
there.
gratefulness helps me to refocus and realign my focus. Thinking about everything that I'm grateful for, which is also a part of the positive energy. It changes your mindset. Thinking about the things that, yes, I understand the loss, but what also do I still have within my life that I am grateful for, that I can be grateful for and thankful for? And those things outweighed my bitterness list. So I used that journal time, which was a mindfulness mindset, to think and list the things that I'm grateful for.
Well, I like those those techniques, those strategies, because you can tell someone, get focused. And when you have a catastrophe like what we just described, you've given some really good techniques and tips. I just want to go over really quick again. You said you journal. That's a great way to release a lot of stress and tension. You said you do meditation and mindfulness. That's also a great, just getting quiet and listening to your breath. I do breathing exercises for that as well. And you also said to make sure that you are grateful for what you already have. We have so many things, Clarissa, to be grateful for that we take it for granted every day. Things like you're breathing right on schedule. Right?
That's
So, you know, there's so many things to be thankful for. That is such a great list of things to do when you get off track and focus. You also said, find someone who's already done what you aspire to do. And I want to add to that. That's because success leaves clues. We can't possibly know everything, right? And so
That's true.
Aspire to someone who does what you already do, you can watch online or off, in person or not, people who have the skill set that you're looking for. That was a great, great tip as well. Are there any other things you can tell me about? I want you to talk more about spending time with yourself, because some people think that when you spend time with yourself, that's really selfish. I like to say, like Lisa Nichols, it's self-full, because you cannot give someone something from an empty cup. You want to be so full that you have the overflow to give somebody. You want to talk any more about that?
Sure. I take mindfulness as a tool daily, right? I know many people look at me totally crazy that I get up at 4 a.m. in the morning. However, I take that 4 a.m. hour quiet. It's no radio, it's no TV, it's just me, quiet, silence. I take that time. Not only do I take that time to build my confidence for that day. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that I do during the mindfulness time. I tell myself the positive affirmations for that day. I am enough. I am intelligent. I am kind. I am wealthy. I always give those positive affirmations to myself during that mindfulness time to set the atmosphere for my day. And whether I'm on vacation, I still do it. Whether I am even if I oversleep, I still do it. I want everyone to be encouraged to take that time. Some of us may not do it, want to wake up that early to do it. But even if you take time out of your day, if you're in a workplace environment, take a walk around the building and just say those positive affirmations to you. You're creating that atmosphere for you, which builds that mindfulness in you. I know a lot of people are cognizant of what others say to them, but what do you say to yourself?
Now that's important.
Yes. And that's one thing that I make sure of. People may also look at it as arrogance, but I don't look at it as arrogance. I look at it as confidence. I am confident in me. I am confident that I can accomplish this, and setting that mindful time alone in the day, that builds you up to make sure that you can accomplish whatever is set out for the day. And going back to the point where you stated about also making sure you're connected to those who are already in the seat or things that you want to accomplish, I encourage you even to network or attend a conference. Whether that conference is local or whether your vacation money time can be a conference for you, go by yourself. I've been to plenty of conferences by myself, meeting new people. However, that conference time by myself gave me more confidence to build on myself to accomplish the goals that I have set aside as well.
Thank you so much, Clarissa. You've been a phenomenal guest on this show. And can you tell me what's the preferred way to connect with you? You have a website or a number or something that we can reach out to you?
Sure. I'm on LinkedIn as Clarissa Turner. And then also I have a website called aceprecision.cloud. And that is my website, but I am open to networking and connecting, but LinkedIn will probably be the easiest way to find me. So I'm on LinkedIn and I can share it with those who are here.
Thank you so much. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side. Wow. Let's talk about the scholarship. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college and or our K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo fundraiser is located at the blackbusinessexpousa.com. That's www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. To donate to the scholarship fund, you can go to the same site, blackbusinessexpousa.com, or use our Cash App at $BBXUSA. The goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students, you also can register at blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, and we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We also want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for January 2024. They include NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith LLC, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius is common.
Why do I do what I do? You know, my life coach asked me that a few years ago. And she said, Tony, what's your why? And I told her, and she said, girl, you've already accomplished that. Perhaps you need a new why.
Hi, Tony Harris, Amy Hoydu with Say It Said Marketing, one of your students. And just wanted to say thank you, Tony Harris, for spending so much time with me and giving me that boost in my business that I so drastically needed.
My why is to touch, move, and inspire my clients to take drastic steps to be better than they were before they met me. I'm a resource. I'm a connector. I want to help people build deeper relationships that are beneficial to their life and business. That's what I do best.
So, first thing you got to do is show up. And speaking is a way to magnetically attract your ideal client to you. How many of you use social media that way? Absolutely, and this is how you look to the world. Drastic steps are the steps that are needed to be successful. And my business is drastic denotes a mindset. Getting out of your comfort zone. Doing something that you don't necessarily feel comfortable doing, want to do, but you know it's a necessary step to be successful in your business.
I get the most satisfaction when I see my connections flourishing into relationships long after I am gone.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Augustine with Media Jasmine, and I've joined several networking and referral groups in the area. And Network in Action Northeast Houston with Tony Harris Taylor is one of the best organizations that I've joined.
I love that piece of what I do, and it is what fuels my fire. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
I'm Ramon Ray, founder of Smart Hustle Magazine and smallbiztechnology.com.
You're here today to celebrate small business success. Stand up on your feet. You rocked the house. It was amazing. Didn't we learn? For me, success comes from failure. One thing not to do is shake somebody's hand like this.
Five-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.5starbdm.com today to learn more.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Richey, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either a laptop or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know.
There was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box.
I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people.
Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kingston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world.
Dr. Tandra Price here. I have a major announcement I'd like to share with you. Tapped In Magazine has just been selected as the official PR agent representing Onstage Plus TV network at the Super Bowl 2024. It's going to be happening in Las Vegas, Nevada on February the 4th through the 11th. This is huge. This is like having network extravaganza. We are going to be right in the huddle of hundreds of news media outlets. We're going to be invited to VIP networking events, galas. We're even going to be doing some interviewing on the red carpet. But wait, here's the kicker. We're not going alone. You're invited too. You might be saying, how can I be a part of the Super Bowl Media Week? Here's the game plan. Tapped In Magazine is putting together an exclusive publication. We're going to have hundreds and hundreds of printed copies on hand for distribution. We're going to be putting your information right in the hands of hundreds of news media outlets. Not to mention that you're going to be seen by thousands and thousands of people because you're going to be on the Onstage Plus TV network. This is your opportunity to expand your audience, your network. It's your chance to get the ultimate experience. This is like having oh no, wait a minute. I think we just made a touchdown. Go to tappedinmagazine.org right now to secure your spot. We can only feature a limited number of people. This is your chance. 2024, let's score big. It's time to make new connections, elevate your business, expand your horizon with your business. It's time for, you know what, to catch the wave. The Super Bowl wave. You don't want to miss it. Join us at Super Bowl 2024 in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll see you there.
Imagine. The year is 1965. This is not just a date on a calendar, but a period pulsing with the power of a storm. In this whirlwind of history is a man whose name will not be mentioned in history. Perry Holmes Jr. He's starting a business. Now, any business owner will tell you when launching out into the deep sea of entrepreneurship, it takes audacity. But to place your business in an all-white neighborhood as a Black man in the 60s is ludicrous, not to mention extremely dangerous. But that's what this history maker did. This history maker is my dad. He breathed life into Suffern Auto Radiator at a time where they probably wish he had put his business somewhere else. But he, after hearing that this fearless dream was about to take birth, his boss, Jack, fired him on the spot, challenged with feeding 7 mouths, 2 of which showed up right when he got fired. Yes, twins. It didn't deter Dad. He not only rose to the occasion, but he soared. Suffern Auto Radiator was not just a business for him. It was a statement. It was his stage. It was his defiance. His hope personified. I was 7 years old, and I was a wide-eyed wonder watching every move my father made. By the time I was 8, I was fixing cars and preparing invoices. In the midst of this gritty, greasy, metal place, my father not just taught me about business, he showed me what it could be like to turn the impossible into the inevitable. One day, a man came into the shop. He was as tall as an oak tree, and as his voice rumbled like thunder, he growled, "Boy, where's the boss? And I got ready to tell him who the boss really was. And my father shot me a look that was sharper than any tool in his tool belt. You know the look, that zip it look. And as cool as a summer breeze, he says to the man, the boss is not in, but he left me in charge. He dismantled this man's doubt with dignity. This wasn't just a deflection. This was a deliberate strategy, one that he used over and over again for almost 10 years, until the man they saw opening and closing the shop day in and day out became recognized as the real boss. This shop of my father's was standing for 35 years. Now fast forward with me 5 decades. The scene is a moment with my mom. We're at a women's conference in the plush, palatial penthouse of a prestigious hotel. Out of our window, we can see the horizon as far as the eye can see, the sea meeting the water. My mother, in her melodic, sweet voice, says, "We stayed in the penthouse for 4 days." Her statement at face value was really uneventful for me until I realized her experience of 84 years, like being raised on a plantation or being denied riding a bus or never being able to stay in a hotel. Her reality through her lens emerged in me. Here she was, a welcomed guest, being treated like a queen in a penthouse hotel for 4 days. And here I stand with the statement, there is no such thing as racism. It's interesting, though, that there, in this age of diversity, there is a whole new plethora of diversity connoisseurs who have never experienced what I just described. But where do we go from here? I say we have a strategy. Yes, it is a bold statement. Yes, it's a bold dream. But if I could give you a challenge of strategy that I call the steps. S in steps stands for study histories, not just the history of our own, but histories around the world to get an idea of how other people think and live. T, talk, but listen to other people's experiences and allow them to stand in their truth. E, examine stereotypes, those things that we hear that are just not true. In every conversation, you have an opportunity to dispel. P, promote inclusivity. Lift every voice, link every life, and put a light under every legacy. Because here I stand in the shadow of the legacy of my mother and father, and knowing that the sound of there is no such thing as racism actually bristles some of your hairs on the back of your neck. Because I am bold like my father, with the audacity like my father, to believe that one day this won't just be an unrealistic dream. It will be an undeniable truth. I'm Barbara H. Smith, and that's my narrative for TEDx.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Welcome back to the Black Business Expo. Our next guest is phenomenal. Caden Harris is the CEO of Caden Teaches. He offers a variety of services and resources that focus on providing financial education and empowerment to students to make informed choices. His entrepreneurial ventures cater to learners of various ages and aims to promote financial literacy and well-being. Here is a description of what Caden provides at Caden Teaches. Well, Caden Harris should be coming to the stage. Hey, Caden.
Hi, how are you?
I am great and grateful every day. We got Dr. Sean J. Harris on and Caden. Oh my gosh, I have a twofer, 2 for 1. I'm super excited to meet both of you because I was just looking up, we watch your commercials all the time on the Black Business Expo, Caden. But I was just looking up Dr. Harris because I think I've seen your face before someplace. I suppose this is going to be a fireside chat. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay. Whew. Scared me for a second. Thank you so much for being here, both Dr. Harris and Caden. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you for the warm introduction, Ms. Smith.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Dr. Sean J. Harris, the Generational Wealth Academy, and I have Caden Harris here, who's the CEO of Caden Teaches. So we're just going to have a chat. And as you may see that we are a father-son duo here today. So we're going to share some ideas and concepts and the mindset of a 13-year-old high school graduate, CEO, and financial prodigy. So Caden, if you would, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I specialize in teaching kids about financial literacy throughout my product, my financial buzz, my very own curriculum, which I created, and I'm also a 13-year-old high school graduate.
Awesome. So tell us, how did you get started in business? Because you're 13, you run a 6-figure company, but many times when people hear that, it's hard to believe. But again, as we always talk about, it's all about a mindset. So when you have your mind stretched and you see something possible, you know that it can be done. So share with us, Caden, what was it like starting your business? What inspired you to start your business at 7 years old?
Well, I will always go to business meetings with you, and I would hear people talking about financial literacy. But at that point, I didn't understand what financial literacy was. So I took it upon myself to learn about it and teach it to kids in a way that they can understand. And after learning it, I got a $200 investment also from you, where I was able to create my very own financial flashcards With the profits from creating my financial flashcards, I was able to write my own book. And then I was able to create my own puzzle. So I would just keep recreating that process over and over until it led me to creating my financial bus.
Awesome. So let's talk about that because many times you have a lot of doubters. Again, you're 13, so that actually increases the doubters out there. So share with us a story, and I know you wrote a book about it, but share with us a story about a situation you had in the school system where someone doubted your potential.
Well, when I was in school, there was a lady that came to our school for career day, and she asked, what do we want to do when we grew up? And I said that I wanted to continue being a speaker, author, and CEO. And and once I said that, she said that that's not a real career. And I said, yes, it is. And she said, no, it's not. And I'm not going to argue with you. And 2 weeks later, I was in a pitch competition and won $25,000, proving her wrong and proving that being a speaker is a real career.
Absolutely. I think you were like 7, maybe 8 years old when you won that 25,000. So share with us the next book you made regarding that incident. What was that book about?
The next book I wrote was my book titled Caden's Rich Kid Guide, which gives kids tips to earn 10K under 10 years old. And it's just tips that they're able to learn from and some financial experiences that I've had as well.
And just recently, a couple weeks ago, you were awarded with the Legacy Builder Award for generating $100,000 plus in your business. So I guess you need to write another book about that, huh?
Yes, I do.
Cool. So tell us, we know that entrepreneurship affords time and money freedoms. As a 13-year-old, you've graduated from high school. So share with us what time and money freedom means to a 13-year-old CEO.
It means just being able to be free and doing what you want to do whenever you want to do, pretty much. And for me, being able to put more into my craft and to be able to learn more, watch different podcasts, read more, so that I can implement it into my speeches and teach more kids about financial literacy and increase the knowledge I have to teach them.
So what is the day like in Caden Harris's life?
Well, I have a schedule. I wake up at 8:30. I eat breakfast. I read. I do 50 push-ups when I first wake up. So I just have a set schedule that I do. And then I'm usually done by 10 or 11 o'clock. And then I'm free for the rest of the day.
What does Caden do for fun? Because I know that's always a big question in people's mind. Well, does he get to be a kid? He's 13 years old, and you're talking about he runs a 6-figure plus business. What's fun for Caden?
I love video games, of course, like any other kid. I also do karate, and I'm a green belt. And I love wrestling as well. I'm a huge wrestling fan.
So how has being an entrepreneur helped you in your passion of wrestling?
Well, I've been able to teach kids about financial literacy in my business. And with that, I was able to get a profit and implement it back into the things that I do like to do, such as being a wrestling fan. So last year, I flew me and you out to WrestleMania, the Super Bowl of wrestling. It was in Los Angeles, so I paid for the flight, the tickets for the event, and the lodging. So I paid for the entire trip on my own.
And you just recently sprung on me some new plans for this year. You want to share that?
Yes, last year we went to the Super Bowl of wrestling, so there was pretty much no other big events I could do in the States. So the one thing that I do want to do is go to a show outside of the country, and a show that I want to go to is a show in Saudi Arabia.
So it looks like we're heading to Saudi this summer, huh?
Yes.
But more importantly, besides that, Caden, is important. The teaching point there is that you're showing other kids just like you that they can accomplish the same things and better of what you're accomplishing. So I'm super proud of the things that you do in business as it relates to making impact, because you know Dad's always telling you it's all about making impact, because anybody can make money, but are you making impact? It's the question. So we always say that you can't make an indelible impact without making the money. So super proud of what you do there. Let's shift a little bit. You have a curriculum Can you share a little bit about your curriculum and some of the topics that you cover?
Yes, I have a curriculum. It teaches kids how to earn, save, budget, and invest their money. It teaches them about taxes, insurance, and it also gives them real life scenarios. And it has two key components, which is social and emotional learning, and of course, financial literacy.
Hmm. So I'm going to share a story with everyone. You scaled your business up. Your first product, as you said, was the flashcards. You wrote a couple books, started introducing other financial tools and resources. But one day you just started texting me and referring to me as Mr. Bus Driver. And I thought that that was peculiar at that particular time. I was like, why is Caden texting me, referring to me as Mr. Bus Driver? So long story short, you had a vision. Share with us what that vision was as it relates to what you now have.
My vision was to create my very own financial bus, and I had a vision to have an awesome mock bank, which would teach kids how to deposit and withdraw their money. And once they were done with that they would be able to go to the mock grocery store and have a family budget. And then once they go from there, they will be able to go to a mock stock exchange to learn how to invest in stocks. So I had this entire idea thought in my mind before I'd even done anything to create it. And once I had that idea, I implemented it, and then I came to you and came to my mom as well.
Yeah. So the story was you kept referring to me as Mr. Bus Driver, and a few days afterwards, you finally told me what it was, which was your project. And we had Chinese food for dinner. I remember that Friday, and you had a fortune cookie. What did that fortune cookie say?
It said you'll be blessed with an investment on 4 wheels.
And 2 weeks to that date, what happened?
I received my bus.
You received it or you bought it?
I bought my bus.
Yes, right. You bought the bus with your own funds, and then you did a $50,000 capital raise to retrofit the bus. And tell us a bit about the bus. That process was actually documented.
It was documented on a show on Hulu where it was with Big Boy from Outkast. Shaq was also on there. So it showed the entire renovation of my bus, and it's on Hulu now. So check it out. I'm episode 5.
Okay, now it's on Big RV Remix. Outstanding. So again, curriculums in school are super important because a lot of times, Katie, we learn the basics. We learn about math, history, science, health, but we never learn about money. And Kaden, based on your studies and your data, what have you discovered about most kids when they turn 18 and they graduate from high school as it relates to their knowledge of financial literacy?
I found that most kids don't even know the basics about financial literacy, and I know that really needs to change, which is one of the main reasons why I created my curriculum.
So with the curriculum, what's your goal?
My goal is to get in tons of different schools all around the country and eventually internationally as well.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit more about the bus because I know a lot of people are like, okay, what is this bus idea and how does that work? Tell us about your bus.
My financial bus, it has the mock bank where kids are able to learn everything that they need to know about banking, depositing and withdrawing their money, how to earn money, and the mock grocery store. Like I said, it teaches them how to have a family budget, so they're able to also learn their needs versus their wants and learn what their parents have to go through when they're having a family budget, things they may have to budget for, such as food, clothing, insurance, things such as that. And the stock exchange where they're able to learn more about stocks and we get to test their knowledge on stocks.
Wonderful. So tell me about what makes Cadence financial literacy curriculum different from other curriculums that's out there.
My curriculum is different because it's from a kid, it's for a kid by a kid. And I've embodied financial literacy. It's one thing to teach financial literacy, but I have embodied it. I'm a 13-year-old high school graduate. I'm teaching kids about financial literacy, and that's very different from what a lot of other kids do. And I feel that it shouldn't be different, which is why I want to teach them about financial literacy so that there can be more Cadence and it doesn't just have to be Caden. It could be other people.
So tell me this, do you have any testimonials that you like to share about the successes of people who've gone through your workshops and curriculum?
I've had tons of people that have gone through my workshops, but we haven't fully finished the curriculum yet. So one story I do have is one of my coaching clients. She has her own company, and we helped her make $10,000 in her first month.
And how old is she?
She's 10 years old.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that a kid figured out how to make six figures who taught another kid who is slated to make six figures how to run their business? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Wow. So you prove the point and break the traditional thought processes of thinking that success is based on age, is based on scholastic education, but instead you're proving and showing that if you just follow a duplicatable recipe, you should get the similar results, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about your coaching. Who who is your client? Who is it that you look to coach? What type of client are you looking for?
I'm looking to coach families that are able to learn, they're willing to learn. We're actually going to teach them how to create their own business so that they're just willing to learn and they're able to take information in.
Hmm. So what is your curriculum like? I know you're in like the final 90% of the build out of it, but the curriculum that you're looking to introduce in school, what type of platform do you offer your curriculum, like modules, live sessions, things like that?
Well, it's actually a textbook curriculum so that the kids will be able to write in it and they'll be able to bring it home with them as well. And there's teacher notes that goes along with it so that they're able to teach it to the kids.
Awesome. So if somebody was a upper management in a major corporation, what are you looking to do with corporations as it relates to sponsorships?
I would love for different corporations to sponsor the curriculum for schools that can't afford it.
Awesome. So let's say a big company, I'm just going to throw out any company, let's say Delta or Coca-Cola. What is it that you think that either one of those companies could do to really benefit what you were doing in your mission of teaching financial literacy?
It would create a better look for them and to see that they're helping out in the community as well.
Absolutely. You mentioned community. Let's talk about that a little bit. What are some of the things that's important to you as it relates to give back? Because it's one thing to make money, it's one thing to build up an established company, but what does your give back look like?
I was always taught by you and my mom to make sure to give back because I was put in a fortunate opportunity to be able to give back. So earlier this year, last year, I had a backpack giveaway where I gave away 250 backpacks full of school supplies. And later in the year, we had a blanket giveaway for when it got cold, so that a lot of homeless people and less fortunate people were able to have a blanket and wouldn't be as cold.
hmm So when we talk about curriculums, and I want to kind of gravitate around that because many times, Kaden, as we already know, there's different types of learning styles and there's different types of educational styles. So how does your program, your workshops, how does everything benefit all kids as far as having different learning styles? Because as we know, some kids like visual, some like auditory learning. So what makes your workshops different as it relates to being able to address the learning styles of different kids? Because everybody doesn't know financial literacy levels to where you are at your age. So how do you go about that?
With my workshop, it has different stories in it. It has interactive things for kids, such as my buzz. And it also has just straight up learning for kids that just like to be taught head on.
Awesome, awesome. So share with us, where do you just stay local? Where are you located? What state and city are you in? Are you just local to that demographic, or do you travel?
I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm open and willing to going to different countries, different states to be able to teach kids about financial literacy so that I can teach kids all over the world. Because
And just recently you got back from Urbana, Illinois for school. Can you share how that whole experience was for you?
Yes, I can. thing that was funny is that they actually saw me in a back room, in a classroom, where we were just chilling and hanging out before I went on stage, and they saw us and they were jumping outside the room asking for pictures. And then after my presentation, they all swore me as I was talking to someone. They were asking for autographs. They had pieces of paper and pencil they were handing me.
So you were well received when you got there, and most of the kids knew who you were before you even got there. So how do you market your business? How do people know about Caden and Caden Teaches?
I market myself on my social medias, and I also leverage different news outlets. I've been on tons of news shows. I've been on local ones, and I'm actually going to be on a huge one coming up soon.
Absolutely. We're about 3.5 weeks out from that one, so it's a national show, so we're excited about that. So, Caden, we often talk about successes. When you look at people's social media, they show you all of the good stuff. They never show you the bad stuff. I always relate it to like a swan floating on top of the water. He looks so graceful on top of the water, but underneath sometimes those legs are really pedaling. So, Caden, what has been some of the challenges that you faced building your business, and how did you overcome them?
Well, some of the biggest challenges I've had to deal with were dealing with no's, and that not everyone's going to say yes to my ideas. But I've figured out that what I have to go through the no's in order to get to the yeses, because it was a character building experience for me where I was able to build character and build courage to go to different companies and corporations and just know that everyone's not going to say yes. And one of my biggest challenges that I've ever faced in my life is that I had a speech impediment and I couldn't speak until the age of 5. I would leave off the beginning and end off of words. And to be honest, I would sound like an alien. But can you just imagine being 5 years old and not being able to express your emotions, what was on your mind? That was very challenging for me. But after that, I was able to go to years of speech therapy, and I was able to prevail and take grand stages such as the Disney Dreamers Academy, work with companies such as Allstate, Microsoft, and so many different companies.
Awesome. And as you're a daddy, you know I am super, super proud of you. Um, so when you talk about the nose, did you have people in business? And when you're out conducting business, most people they know your age, and do they treat you like a kid, or they treat you like a regular C-suite exec or CEO?
They treat me like a normal CEO, like I'm not even 13, especially.
Uh-huh. So does that mean they also tell you no like an adult too?
Yes, they do. But
And you've had, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
one thing I did also have to get used to is that sometimes people will say that they will do certain things, but then you won't get a response from them, and they just won't respond back to
Mhm.
you.
One in particular was a company, is a major company, and they said they were going to help you in renovating your bus, right?
Yes.
How did that work out?
We had this whole meeting where I presented, they brought their team on, and we were this close to doing it. We showed them what the bus would look like with a partnership with them, and then we didn't get a response back.
Hmm. So you still did the capital raise on your own, and you still gathered the money, right?
Yes.
So you raised $50,000 in a 2-month time period. So again, another commendable thing to take the hat off to for you. So go ahead, buddy.
I was just saying thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So listen, when you're dealing with the no's, because a lot of times, Caden, people will quit after a no or maybe 2 or 3 no's. But as me and your mom, we always teach you guys, imagine if you had to get through 100 no's or 99 no's, but that 100th question would be a yes. How does that make you feel when it's like, if I just go through and get as many no's as possible, I'm going to get the yeses? So if you knew you needed 5 yeses, that means we need to go through roughly 500 no's to get the 5 yeses. So when it comes to character building, as you mentioned, and being able to develop a strong mindset, as a 13-year-old, for somebody else that's 13 out there, and they may be overcoming a challenge, whether it's getting on the sports team, maybe they want to become an entrepreneur themselves. what words of encouragement would you give someone like that when people tell them no or may minimize their dream?
Well, at first it would make me frustrated, but one thing that I realized is that something's not for everyone. So one time we had a show that we were gonna be on, and it was this close to being complete, but it ended up not going through. And I figured out that everything's not for everyone.
Hmm. Absolutely. And one of the key things you mentioned about being on the show, you've been in quite a few TV shows, some movies. So you've done significant things in the media. Let's talk about having social proof. So a lot of times, Kaden, people want to get the notoriety, they want to be recognized, but you have to be doing something, right? So share with us how you got started in business as it relates to like vending events. There's been times you've been extremely sick, but because you still did that event, you've had major blessings as a result of it because the universe will move in your direction when you're doing the work. So explain to everybody that's listening, Kaden, why is it important to stay focused and to stay consistent?
It's very key because I started my business with a lot of other kid entrepreneurs, and we were in a group actually, but I noticed that a lot of them stopped putting work into their business and just quit their business overall. But I knew that I didn't want to do that, and that I wanted to continue doing what I'm doing and continue pushing my mission and teaching 500,000 kids about financial literacy.
So how many kids have you taught so far?
I've taught around 50,000 kids.
Mm-hmm. And one thing you've learned too, so when people ask you, you know your numbers, and Dad is always telling you numbers, numbers, numbers. Numbers is everything. So in one of the things as an entrepreneur, you understand data collection is important. So you're always collecting data. So for, let's say there's another 13-year-old kid out there, 14, 15-year-old kid that's starting a business. What are some of the things you recommend that they do, such as like getting content or getting testimonials? Why is that important, and how should they go about doing that?
Getting content and testimonials is key because when you go and pitch your idea to other companies and pitch you being a speaker, then they'll be more willing to hire you if they see that you've already done the work and that people enjoyed what you had to say.
Hmm. So it's important to have that social proof, right?
Certainly.
And again, and I'll just kind of give our watchers a little tidbit. You know, many times in our community, Kaden, I explained to you how many people go and get a nonprofit or 501c. But the thing with that is you have to use a 501c in conjunction to a profitable for-profit business. Because as you did, we have multiple arms to your business, but because you built social proof in your for-profit business, companies fall at your feet basically to offer you capital through your nonprofit arm to support your for-profit business. So that's a tip I want to be able to share with our viewers to let them know that use them in conjunction, but use them properly. So getting a nonprofit first and attempting to try to raise business, that's the hard way of doing it. It's like putting the cart before the horse. So the social proof is your horse. Once we have that horse built up, he's strong, he's ready to go, we can easily attach the cart to him, and you'll have a more successful journey. So let's shift gears, Kaden, as we're getting close to the end of our time here. What is it like being a 13-year high school graduate? How do people view you, and how was that process for you as far as graduating?
As far as graduating, it was very difficult, and I would have to stay up late nights, skip weekends, skip summers, skip time hanging out with my friends because I had a goal to finish by the end of the year, and I started in January and finished in September. So I was able to do what in the program would usually take 3 years. I did it in 9 months. So that was a process that took a lot of work and effort that I had to put into. And I would stay up doing 3 courses a night or sometimes even 5.
So most of your school, you went to public school starting out, you did a private school, you did a charter school. So what happened in the 3rd grade?
Well, I went to my mom and I told her that I wanted to be homeschooled, and she had no idea how to homeschool. But I said, "You've done 3rd grade, right?" And of course she said yes. And I said that you can definitely teach me third grade to start at least. So we started with third grade and kept going on and on. And we got some help from people that were already homeschooling as well.
So mentorship and coaching is important, right?
Certainly.
So instead of trying to just figure everything out on your own, it was important to build a team, and we did that in the process of getting you educated. So now that you graduated, how does it look now? What's your outlay? What's your plan?
My goal is to keep teaching and inspiring the next generation about financial literacy.
So for that parent that's watching right now, and there's like, wow, this kid graduated at 13. What advice would you give to parents as it relates to being able to kind of pay attention to their kids to see what their skills are, what their interests are? What would you recommend to parents in that situation?
I would say look at your kids' gifts. Look at things that they're good at and things that come easy to them but hard for others, because that's one thing that you guys did. You saw that I had a gift in helping people, and I would actually get in trouble in school for talking and helping other kids. And my teacher came to you guys and said that I wasn't doing anything bad, but I was just talking in class.
Yeah. And talking has led you to speaking on major stages for compensation, right?
Definitely.
So it pays to run your mouth at times. So listen, Kaden, as far as your graduation, you've completed, you graduated, but we didn't do the march yet. So what's your plans as far as celebrating your graduation?
Well, the ceremony itself is going to be in the summer later this year, but my way to celebrate is I would love to go on a trip to Mexico, a graduation trip, and I did receive a graduation gift. I know a lot of people may receive graduation cards, but for me, I received a Rolex, and I have been wanting a watch for a long time, a Rolex, and I was super amazing to see it. We went to stores in different countries, different states. We went to one in California and one in Panama as well. So I was amazed when I finally got one.
So let me ask you this, Kaden. Who has been some of the most influential people as it pertains to your academic journey? How have they helped you?
There's so many people that have helped me, but one particularly that's helped me along my journey is my mom. She would stay up late nights with me, helping me with my schoolwork. And if there was something that I didn't understand or I would get a little frustrated with, she was always there to help me and make sure that I understood what I was doing and what I was learning. So she was one of the key pieces that helped me graduate early.
Absolutely. Mom is definitely our hero, right?
Definitely.
Cool. So, Kaden, when it comes to learning, we always talk about the importance of having a mentor and coaches. Who are some of the people, and I know we don't mention all of our mentors, some of them don't like to be acknowledged, but who are some of your business coaches that personally coach you and guide you in your successes?
I have so many mentors such as Dr. Michael V. Roberts, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, Shaq, Magic Johnson. Those are people that have helped me along my journey, and they've helped me a ton. And mentors are pretty much a cheat code to success, so they helped me along that journey.
Absolutely. So what advice, Kaden, would you give to a young student, 9, 10, 11, 12, or even a little older? What advice would you give to them when they say, I've always considered being an entrepreneur or somehow running my own company one day? What advice would you give to that kid as far as moving forward?
I would also tell them to find what their gift is and implement it into their life, because God gives everyone a gift. You just have to figure out your gift and implement it into your life and don't let it go to waste. One person's story I love is The Rock's, because he had a passion in playing football and he thought that that would be the thing that would lead him to success, but he ended up getting cut. And he told his dad, who used to be a wrestler, that he wanted to join their family business, which was wrestling. So he joined wrestling. He got the audience to like him, and he found that he had a gift in entertainment, which he later went to acting. And now he's able to create his own league, the XFL, which he was able to pour into his passion by utilizing his gift.
Awesome. So in closing, there's someone out there who may say, hey, listen, Kaden, I want my kid to be able to coach with you, or I want my family to be able to coach with your family. How can people get in contact with you for coaching, or just inquiring you for a guest speaker, or just simply buying your products?
You can connect with me through my LinkedIn, which is Kaden Harris, my website, kadenteaches.com, and all of my social medias, which is Kaden Teaches, CADEN.
Awesome. So give us a closing thought.
I would say that also follow your gift, because that's one of the biggest things that you can do. And don't let it go to waste. That's one of the biggest things that I can ever tell someone. Just don't let your gift go to waste.
Absolutely. When I was growing up and I was about your age, one of the biggest commercials out was the Negro College Fund. And the slogan there was, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. So I guess moving into the new generation, what you just said is not letting your gift go to waste can be a new mantra. So we want to go ahead and turn it back over to Ms. Smith as we close out. We've had a wonderful time here on the Black Business Network, and this is a platform designed for success leaders, thought leaders, entrepreneurs, families who just want to create wealth and success for future legacies. This is the place to come to get that information. So Ms. Smith, thank you so much for having us here.
You just did my job. I'm so glad. We had a marvelous time with you. Kaden, you are a phenom. You have wisdom beyond your years. And thank you, Daddy, Dr. Sean J. Harris, and Mama Harris. Thank you so much for this wonderful gift that God has given you, that you have now given to the world. You have been a phenomenal guest. Thank you so much. And genius is common. I'll see you on the other side.
And remember, if Kaden can, you
can too. That was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Now, let's talk about why we're here. That was an amazing interview. Genius is truly common. Kaden is definitely a spectacular human being, but he's also proving that genius is common. Our scholarship is one of the things that makes this platform run. Every dollar counts. So please give to the scholarship fund. Donate to the scholarship fund. You can donate by going to BBX, $BBX USA. And thank you so much for being here today. This is ending my time, but I want to just remind you to go to blackbusinessexpousa.com if you want to become a speaker on the platform. Go to blackbusinessexpo.com if you are a student and you would like to find out about the scholarship fund. Go to blackbusinessusa.com if you are a donor and you would like to contribute to this worthy cause. As we talk about those who have contributed, we want to thank the Black Business Expo USA sponsors for 2024. They include NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith, LLC, Margie McLean Foundation, Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. I have been your moderator for this afternoon. It has been my pleasure and my joy to be here with you. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Hello, this is Israel, and I am CEO of Daydreams Interactive and author of Princess Planet. So, genius is common, and as a kid, I loved to daydream. Even as an adult, I love to daydream. And when my daughter became 6 and loved princess characters, but we just could not find the diversity that showed her, we created our own characters. So, for instance, you have Princess Nulu right here. Princess Nulu is from Uganda, and her genius is that she loves to take care of animals. She can actually even listen and hear what they say. And then we have Princess Isabella right here. Princess Isabella, she's from Cuba, and her genius is biochemistry. One day she hopes to eliminate disease. Then we have Princess Nia right here, and Princess Nia is based off of my daughter, and she is what she wants to be, the greatest dancer alive. So that's her genius. So what's your genius? My genius is my imagination. Genius is common.
Hey guys, my name is Caden. I'm the CEO of Caden Teaches, and my genius is teaching kids about financial literacy. Throughout my financial products, such as my financial flashcards, my activity book, and my newest project, my financial bus, which I bought. And on the bus, it has a mock bank where kids will learn how to deposit and withdraw money, a mock grocery store where kids will be able to learn how to have a family budget, and a mock stock exchange where kids will even be able to learn how to invest in stocks. Now, I decided to start teaching kids about financial literacy because I find that most kids graduate high school without even knowing the basics about financial literacy. And I feel if I were to teach kids about financial literacy, that I would be able to help kids tap into their genius. And I actually learned about financial literacy to my dad because I would go to business meetings with him and I would always see that they were talking about financial literacy. And at that point, I didn't understand what financial literacy was. So I took it upon myself to learn about financial literacy and teach it to kids in a way that they could understand. But I want you guys to help me help kids tap into their genius by going to my website, cadenteaches.com, and you can sew into me in my financial bus by going to my GoFundMe link. And remember, if Caden can, you can too, because genius is common.
Hello, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And my genius is helping women accelerate the path to success. You know, I was blessed to have strong women in my life who encouraged, motivated, and pushed me to do my best and to never even think about giving up on my dreams. So I say to women, we must show up to rise up. We have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't speak up and get noticed? I know that women are a tremendous resource on this planet, and there is nothing more fulfilling than helping a woman tap into her full potential. I do this because I want to be a part of helping as many women as I can to show up, to rise up. I do this because genius is common. Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America. And my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million+ women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
This is Dr. Arnold T. Petsworth. He's the owner of Petsworth Vet World, a veterinary clinic in Hopton, Connecticut. His patients include dog, cat, frog, fish,
Goldie,
dog, and this alpaca. Due to doctor-patient confidentiality, we can't tell you their names. Business at Vet World was steady, and then quarantine hit. Neighbors brought new four-legged friends into their homes. Bunnies. Bunnies everywhere. Dr. Petsworth welcomed these new patients with open arms. The only problem? There were more appointments than he could manage. That's when Dr. Petsworth turned to his American Express business card, which offers spending potential that's built for his changing business needs. He decided to hire a new assistant, Julio, and with spending power built for business purchases, he used his card to furnish a new exam room. Together, Dr. Petsworth, Julio, and American Express Business made sure all the pets of Hopton got the love and care they deserve. And everyone was happy. Get the card built for business by American Express.
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools. We help them implement, I love to leave the inherited lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income, and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. Wow. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it. If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that? Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T.
Are you a business owner looking to steal the spotlight on the grandest stages of them all? Super Bowl Media Week in Las Vegas, Nevada, February the 4th through the 11th is your golden opportunity. And guess what? You might have thought it was out of your reach, but it's more affordable than you think with Tapped In magazine. Imagine getting noticed by thousands, even millions of potential customers. You could be the star of the show. Don't miss your chance to let your business shine during Super Bowl Media Week. Contact us today at tappedinmagazine.org and let your business shine in the spotlight. Get ready. It's your moment to shine in the spotlight.
You need to be messaging and communicating to a lot more folks and getting them committed to you as a brand and feeling that you are trustworthy, as a subject matter expert, and for their needs and their pain points. That says, look, here are my pain points. Here's the problem that I have that I don't want, or the benefit that I want that I don't have. And Grant and Sydney understand that and are giving me information to be able to assist, in my eliminating those pain points.
You're going to get a lot out of this workshop. We're going to show you ways that you can begin to look at this particular problem, that you can apply different formulas, techniques, and skills. They're going to get you to that next level. And then you'll understand the value that we're bringing.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Andrea Adams, and I am your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our next speaker is a keynote speaker, none other than Ivy Barreto. Meet Ivy Barreto, a dynamic architect, designer, certified life coach, neuro art instructor, and consultant. Recognized as a business relationship architect, Ivy is a seasoned author and speaker on a mission to support passionate individuals, working with disadvantaged communities and promoting integration. As a neuro art coach and mentor, Ivy Barreto extends her expertise to make a positive impact on lives of refugees, families in distress, and single-parent family units, particularly focusing on minority groups. With a reputation for being a community-driven individual, Ivy is dedicated to belief that your life is like building a dream home. Ivy is the visionary founder of Hugs Coaching, a relationship healing and business accountability hub. Her mission is to empower women and communities through coaching, transforming pain into empowerment. Through Hugs Coaching, Ivy strives to guide women from broken to affluent. It is my honor to introduce to you today Ivy Barreto.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Ivy. Thank you so much for being here on the Black Business Network.
And hello, I'm Dr. Enolia Foti. We're going to be doing a fireside chat and not a keynote. So thank you so much, Andrea. We really appreciate the introduction.
You're quite welcome. Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you. And thank you, Ivy Barreto, for being here. We're so excited to have you here. And first of all, I want people to know where you are speaking from. Ivy? So Ivy is coming to us from Ireland. And I just wanted to share that she's coming from us to Ireland, and that typically we would assume that she would be local, and it's going to be really, really a beautiful story that Ivy's going to share with us in terms of where she's coming from, the work that she does, and where she does it, and with what group that she actually does it to. So, Ivy, there you are. Will you share with us where you are actually speaking to us from?
I'm speaking from Ireland, to be specific, Dublin.
which is amazing. So, Ivy, there's so much that I want to get into to speak with you, but why don't you start off with sharing a little bit about your background, your professional background, and all the things that culminate to you getting to Hugs Coaching?
Okay. I'm originally an architect and a designer, so that's how I started. And then I went on into management and construction and did a lot of in that area in domestic and residential and commercial. And after that, with the pandemic, I transited into coaching because we all had to reinvent ourselves. And in the
Yeah.
process as well, there was a lot of internal issues that weren't not addressed at the time, so which led me to coaching. So I self-coached myself in the process of the healing, so which I discovered a lot of healing techniques that worked for me that didn't work for me previously when I didn't concentrate in myself, working with myself internally. So when I discovered that, I wanted to share with the world. But sharing with the world, you needed to go to different aspects of self, which I did. So I did a book on that aspect that is called, How I Found My Eagle Eye. So I did that as a manual. And from there, that's which led me into actual, developing into a business, into coaching, because I felt like I needed to give to others. I'm starting to speak as well because I'm an introvert. So as an introvert, I operate differently, and I see the world very differently because I came from the world of arts. We see things very differently, and then the method that I found towards my healing was through arts. And working with arts has been quite a blessing, and which I'm blessing a lot of individuals within the community that I work with. I work within the prison system, the refugee system, the domestic violence, and foster care system. So yeah, I've been quite a journey and an interesting one. And being into that demographics, they have helped me to push me into different aspects of self. So that's where I'm at the moment.
So let's step back, because in order for people to really appreciate the how you look at coaching, they really have to understand how you are as an architect and how you look at spaces and homes. Will you share a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, while I was working in the industry, I felt that there was a lot of aspects that wasn't addressed as an architect, that we are forsaking individuals and pushing individuals to be having crises within their homes in terms of the way their homes is arranged, the space planning, the lack of different aspects in the housing, because when you're building a housing in that department, you really needed to, minimizing costs, and in that aspect of minimizing in costs, it requires a lot of things that you have to address, and that damages the people. So the people already are damaged within their households, and then the damaged people, as I call it's not damaged, but and then they go into the workplaces and they transfer those emotional baggages that they already had in the households outside to the work environment, which causes a lot of chaos and burnouts and stress, and led to depression, because that as well is one of the things, that aspect that led me into coaching, because I was one of the survivors of the depression, because I had depression for more than 15 years myself.
Yes. And so, this is an interesting thought about it, because when we listen to music, sometimes music invokes a certain emotion. When we deal with certain people, people invoke a certain emotion. But, unless you have been contained or trapped or can't escape a certain situation, you never really think about how the surroundings affect you. And the fact that a particular space holds an energy and holds an emotion for you that can seriously break you down, because all of the rush of the memories and everything else comes right back there. So this is just really, really fascinating to me. When and how did you discover that this was an issue for a lot of people?
Because I discovered that because for me it was an issue, Because when you're lacking doors, windows, the way the setting in the house is placed, even the stairs, cases, and all that, it's just to minimize the cost for the people that are building the homes. But for the people that are actually going to live in those homes, the homes are not suitable for those people. And when I raised those aspects to the companies that I work with, sometimes it was a big issue. So I decided to go solo. I decided to go solo and address those issues individually. Yes, I did find some encounters, but then when people started understanding where I was going with this, because when I started doing the small workshops, and explaining to the refugees, because the refugees, they had to migrate and come into a different environment, and they're coming out from their own environment of what who they were, and then coming into a new place, a new environment, and they're placed into those you know different aspects that where they weren't accustomed to. Some of them, they don't have homes, some of them they have to divide with others, and with lack of housing as we have at the moment in Ireland, there's a lack of housing, and there's a lot of inflation of migration and refugees coming into the country. Things has to be reshuffled, and that's where my work began to have some traction. They began to understand that they need to have emotional intelligence to live in those spaces, addressing the emotional ways of being, and knowing as well how within the household, how they can be able to move around everybody that lives within that house, to be able to come together and coexist, because everybody has their own baggage, everybody's dealing with something, the place is not cohesive for them, and that's where my work comes in place at the moment.
So I want you to, first of all, the fact that you work with the refugees and the fact that there are many refugees coming into Ireland, people aren't aware of that. People aren't aware of the fact that there's a heavily refugee community coming in from Africa, okay, as well as other places and other locations. Yes, we know that we just finished a war, or we were in a war, and so there were refugees from that location, but also that this is steady state coming in from Africa. And so can you take us through your program with the refugees that are coming in that you work with, and what they learn, and what you found are some of the biggest challenges that you might have to face?
Okay. So yes, there is a big inflation of refugees coming, but not only from Africa. The refugees coming from Africa is quite slow. It's quite a small amount compared to the refugees coming from Europe, because that's what people don't understand. Yeah, the refugees coming to Europe, but sometimes they are not welcome in certain places, and they have to migrate into Ireland, because that's where they found the safe haven, as they say. It's a safe haven, because Ireland caters for a lot of people, like, for example, the LGBT, people with religious beliefs and all this kind of stuff. So here it's quite cohesive for them. And in terms of housing, they give housing instead of the tents in certain areas. So that's why it's very quite attractive. And Ireland as well, they speak English. That is one of the only countries that they speak English right now in the European Union, because England is not there anymore. It's outside from the European system. So that's why this is quite a hub now. But as going back to your question, is my program has to do with integration. So the integration, because I work with the Department of Justice here, and with the African Center, Ireland, because that is a hub where they cater for all the different ethnicities of the African demographic in Ireland. So I work in conjunction with them with my program. In Ireland, they have 250 centers where they house the refugees. So we are working with that. So we began to do that. So once the refugees hit into Ireland, because when I started initially, my program, it was in the end. I met them in the end of their journey or the middle of their journey. But when they saw what the people were saying and the testimonials, then they saw that it was essential for the program to be done once the refugee come into the country. That is the first course that they have to take. So where they will offer them emotional intelligence, because they need to know the laws of the country, understand, the environment they're going to be dealing with, give them as well how to know conflict navigation, because we were dealing as well with some crisis a couple of months ago before Christmas, where everybody knows that Dublin was on fire. So we had to navigate that issues. They were lighting up a lot of refugee centers. So we had to cater for that aspect, mitigating their conflict navigation. So, and granting us as well communication, because a lot of them, they don't know how to communicate uh, what exactly they want because of the circumstances that they're going through. So there's, and then through art is one of the medium that I work with, is art, because through art they can begin to open up. And art is an universal language that even if they, when they don't speak, they can still draw, showcase their emotion. So that's where I offer them the emotional geography. So where they talk about those things that they're dealing with and prepare them for their interviews that they have to go to do justice. So that is one of the aspects of the courses, without giving up too much.
No, 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 not at all, not at all. And I really want you to share how the acknowledgement of spaces and the fact that the refugees have gone through trauma through spaces, and why spaces need to be acknowledged through the journey of the refugee, as well as the artwork that you do, because the artwork that you do isn't typical art. Again, there's emotional intelligence in that. So if you could talk a little bit about the spaces as it pertains to the refugees and the artwork, that how they are expressing the emotional intelligence and how it actually works to release and heal them through their journey so that they can function better.
So once they begin the journey with me, what we do is them expressing first they need to express their anger. The anger has to come out. The frustration, anger, stress, whatever has to come out, depression, all that. So once it come out, then you begin to understand how each person perceive the color, because everybody perceives color differently. And not only the way they perceive the color, the way they have their sensorial aspect in the rooms, because and the cultural aspect as well, because that is one of the modules as well, the cultural aspect, because different cultures perceive colors differently, and different
And this is really important. This is really, really important. Different cultures perceive colors differently. So what's important to them is might be belittled in another country that they're arriving in. And what's held high in esteem is belittling or belittled or small in their country. And I just want to highlight that, because we take so many different things for granted when we're in our own country and just assume that, oh, I'm visiting a country, it's not a big deal. But when you transplant, it's huge. It's a huge deal.
Indeed. And then they have to measure their temperature in those rooms, because sometimes you come in a room, it's very cold, but the way the energy that you bring into the room, that determines how you're gonna be able to perceive the energy that is already there in the room. So sometimes it's too high, then they have a shock within your system, and then which brings out those emotions out and the outbursts. So first they come in, they sense the room, and by sensing the room is each person understanding how their modus of operandum happens, because it varies from person to person. So first they have to sense things, sense the room, and then they begin as well to describe it, because everybody describes things very differently. So then to describe it, then we know, okay, if this person is dealing with high emotional issues, dealing with trauma or what, and then by that time, then we separate them by, after the exercise, we separate every individual, because everybody has to bring out what they have within so we can have the work. But sometimes you have to remove the individual from the room, because you know that is high risk. And some of them that are taking medications. So the people that are taking medications, they have to be addressed separately, sometimes in a one-to-one basis. And then sometimes they have additional practitioners with me, so they can be able to, catch up for them better. And so when they get in a certain stage, then they come in. But that, it depends from person to person. But it's quite an interesting work.
So there it was that the refugees were going through this trauma, and there it was that the refugees were getting through the system, but they weren't getting through the system well. Your program's been applied. What has been the change? What has the overall system noticed since your program's been implemented? Since Hugs Coaching has worked with their program and implemented it into the refugee system process?
Okay, so the shift was the batch of people that I work with, because everybody had a batch. So the batch of people I work with, they moved very quickly, even though that I caught them in the middle of their journey, some of them in the end of their journey, but I managed to redirect the direction of when they began, when they came in. And they had a lot of testimonials, a lot of praises in terms of how the actual program happened for them, and they refer other people to me, which I couldn't cater for them until the department would give me authorization to do so. But I did cater for some separately. And when the department saw the volume of people that were asking for my own individual individual person, so they had to address, and then they released some funding for us through the organization, and which we are catering for them now. Because since it's 250 centers, it's quite a lot of centers. So yeah, we
Yes.
now find ourselves in a situation where we have to train others to be able to do the work, because I can't be in all over the place.
Exactly. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. And then one of the other questions I wanted to ask is that your program has been implemented into the prison systems, or has basically assisted people in the prison systems. So can you tell us a little bit about that also?
Yes, I did some of the work. It's still in progress. We're still debating about how to implement it inside the prison system. But the way I work with them is through the religious system, because there's a religious system within the prison system. So I work with them in that aspect. Because everybody that I work with, I always engage myself with an organization to give it the cost, because in Ireland things work very differently. It doesn't work as a as a solo project. It's as a community-based project. So in the prisons, it does move people when they're going towards a case, if they have a case, and we help them to structure. It helps them regulate their emotional system, emotional intelligence, in knowing how to address themselves, how to position themselves when they meet the judge, how they can release their emotions, know how to compartmentalize it, and know how to separate, so they can get the best result for the outcome for what they are seeking for. And sometimes they already have the outcome, so now they have to cope. They are now in the coping basis because they have had their sentence, and now they have to work towards that sentence, but that sentence can be revoked if they go through the program. So that's where we're at the moment.
Which is phenomenal. So you're saving lives. You're really saving lives. And that is very, very admirable. So why don't you share with the listeners what HUGS stand for and where you got that from?
HUG stands from Heal, Unite, Grow, and Succeed. And that came from because when I was going through my own ordeal, um, as a mother and as somebody that have been through depression and all sorts, we go through a lot, and losing children and all that. So I found myself in a situation where I could embrace my children, and that's why I gave that aspect of hugs. It makes me remember, for me not to forget where I began, and that's the base of that company has to do with my kids, because I've been in a situation where I've lost my kids to the system because I was overworked, and suffered from burnout because I was just working in the construction site. You basically don't see your children because you're always in scope for one project or another, and you don't have actually a time frame to come home when you're working in high voltage scenarios.
Yes. This is a perfect segue into talking a little bit about your book. So share with us, yes. Yes, HUGS and how I found my eagle eye.
Yeah.
So share with us, take us on a journey. Take us a little bit on a journey and tell us about your book.
The book originated because at the time I had loss within me. I had loss within myself, and losing the children, and then getting them after through reunification process, and then not only that, being separated for the family. We all go through turmoil in our lives, so it's the compilation of all those, and then losing my parents, through COVID. So it was just a lot. So I had to decompartmentalize myself, because working in the architectural industry, you internalize emotion, because you have to always be vocal and expressing, and sometimes it's not the best aspect. And myself, as an introvert, I internalize a lot of anger, so suppressed it a lot. So which led into different aspects. So while the book serves for healing, it's a healing book, where it demonstrates the healing, but walking yourself through a house, because that's how I see my own healing process. Like I'm moving through a household and then rebuilding my home, because my home imploded, and I had to reconstruct it all the way from the foundation upwards. So that's what the book is about. So I use a lot of terminologies of architecture, and for people to understand how it relates to our own body and emotions. The house, because the door represents something, the window represents something. So when the people go through my book, they will understand it as well in regards to their own life, not only really from my own perspective of my life. It has to do as well with your own life. So you can see yourself through in all the pages, even though I'm talking about myself, all aspects.
And many people might find it relatable because we all go through trauma. We all have these experiences and we don't know how to release them. And so there's so many different types of coaches and everything else here. How would you say that your program helps the individual? What does it prepare them for?
In the beginning, they're not prepared for what they're going to see. And because that's happened, one of the examples is when I work with the Ukrainians, because the Ukrainians, they're the recent refugees that we have at the moment, in terms of the world is seeing that they're in war and they had to migrate. So I was blessed in having worked with the Ukrainians, and I worked with different aspects. For work with the children, worked with the adults, and then I worked with the third citizens. So it was really good working with them and seeing different aspects. And me, I don't speak Ukrainian language, so it was really it was really quite an experience. Yes, I'm bilingual, but it required a different way for me, different approach, and which was really exciting. And seeing the faces of people, how they were moved from the first class that I had with them, that was challenging. The emotion had to come out, the cries had to come out. But in the end of the second class, when they came back and said to me, "Oh, in the first class, I didn't know what I was going to expect, but the way that you evoked and then worked with us gently, and still we had the outcome that we didn't expect." And so they gave me a lot of hugs. And that was just mind blowing for me, because I know that for the Ukrainians, they're not as open as us. Sometimes the African demographic as well, they're not as open in talking about their emotions and feelings and things. So they're quite reserved, just like the Africans. So it was interesting to see everybody talking about their emotions, though that they're crying, but it was a cry of joy that they are releasing and being able to embrace the new self now.
And I'm going to digress for a little bit, and I'm going to go back, and I want to emphasize this whole thing about language and the fact that you didn't understand the Ukrainian language, but that there is a body language. Because here I am sitting in Angola, and you speak Portuguese fluently. I don't speak Portuguese fluently. I know enough Portuguese to get by in order to travel, in order to say that I'm hungry and what I want to eat, or, to find my way around for the basic necessities. But to have an in-depth conversation, to convey how I feel, to convey What's important to me at the moment, it, I'm using hand expressions and body language in order to understand directions. Sometimes when I'm asking directions, I can ask the basic question directions, but I have to actually look at the complete body language of the person giving the answer back, because I don't always understand everything that's said. But thank God for hand language, body language, because it actually closes the gap a lot in terms of expressing oneself and being in that situation. I can appreciate that's something that we kind of gloss over, but I can really, really appreciate what that means. And is that the same? Is it the same for you when you're dealing with the refugees in that regard?
Indeed, indeed. Because I will give two examples. With the Ukrainians, it was very different, and we used the translators beside. I had a translator when they had to translate, but sometimes it was difficult to grasp the emotions that is required for that particular exercises and the moment and the sitting that we're in. Because when somebody's translating another thing, if the translator is not in tune, he can't be able to transmit the same emotions that are required to transmit to the person. So it requires a lot of signaling and body language is one of the subjects that we actually cater for in the courses when we're doing the communication module. So the body language says a lot, but not only that. So when the only way I had to bridge it in that aspect was translating the exercises and putting it up in the screen. So I translated the English version. So I had the English version for myself, and then I had a screen of the Ukrainian version on the screen for them. So they understood, and then we had the translator. So in between the people that they can read and the people that couldn't read was done through the translator. So we got a common ground. And that's where we bridge that trust basis, because they need to trust me to be able to open up. And then with the medium of the art, them expressing themselves, even though that they wanted to express something out of the exercise, but you had to leave them to express so they can begin to understand where you want them to direct them. So yeah, that is one. And then with the men, because when I was continuing with the men, there was as well a different aspect with men, because men and women, they have different approaches. And sometimes with the men, me as a woman speaking, and I had a
Mhm.
colleague that is a man, to assist me. Sometimes they used to listen more to the man, but the male figure. But when I started talking about certain things that hit them hard, because he needed to take myself as an individual, as a woman that I am, and place myself as themselves. And that's when we got the trust factor as well with them in terms of me acting, because sometimes we required a lot of acting when you're teaching. So you have to act like a man, show them in between what a man does and what a woman does, the expressions, and then they begin that the laughter comes in, even though there's a trauma involved, but the laughter comes in and then the trust space is addressed.
And then can you share with us a little bit, here we go. So how can people get in contact with you if they need to know more about your program?
They can got in contact with me through my website that is there on the screen. Either just type www.hogscoaching.com, or they can get in touch with me through the social media handles that is as well inside my website. There is the social media. They can get me through Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Yes.
Thank you so, so much. And that's Ivy Barreto. So grateful to have you on here and love your work. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, what a wonderful interview. You did an amazing job, Enolia. And Ivy, thank you so much for that amount of information. I know the audience would just love to know and be part of whatever it is that you're doing. For me, you've personally touched me, because anything to do with helping others really and truly touches my heart too. So just continue doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Genius is
Thank
coming, and I'll see you on the other side. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for January 2024. NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Swayed Soul, Lotus Rich Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith, LLC, Margie McLean Foundation, Inc., Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milan Chennai Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is Common, and I'll see you on the other side.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso. A new concept in social media, Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face-to-face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces this community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Truso is both social and safe. We refer to Truso as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Truso even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Truso is live, y'all. We've launched in beta, and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Truso. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Trousseau is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
Social media is evolving. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more energetic, and so are you. It's not just photos anymore. It's video, it's audio, it's subscription. And now there's Fanbase, a new monetized social network. Fanbase delivers the complete native app experience with full content monetization for every user. No algorithms that shadow ban your engagement or growth, and no ads. Follow anyone for free and subscribe directly to your favorite creators for $4.99 a month. Plus, show some love by tipping on any post. Also, make a Fanbase page and monetize your content the same way. Finally, connect with your followers by posting the amazing content you already create. And now, get paid for it. It's time to energize and monetize. Because everyone's a fan of something, and everyone has a fan base.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, and fellow professionals, please allow me to introduce myself. I am David Jones, the co-founder and CEO of the Hello LLC, where I am passionately dedicated to guiding individuals and businesses toward their own return on time investment. Time is my only competition. With over 20 years of experience as a corporate C-level executive, I bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the Hello LLC. My career journey has been marked by a relentless pursuit of excellence in marketing, strategy, and business management leadership. I have had the privilege of working with renowned Fortune 500 companies such as Xerox, American Airlines, Hilton, and Geico. However, what truly drives me is the transformational work we do at the Hello LLC. We are pioneering a new approach to business in the metaverse, where we empower businesses and individuals to build strong foundations, automate their processes and systems, while thriving in the ever-evolving digital landscape. More than just a 3D digital marketing agency, the Hello LLC is truly a community built on love, kindness, and integrity. We want more for you. In an era where time is the most precious commodity, I am here to guide you toward your own return on time investment. Because if time was sold in stores, it would be sold out. With a deep commitment to excellence and a strong belief in the power of community, I don't just lead a company, I lead a movement into the future of business. Ladies and gentlemen, it is both an honor and a pleasure to be your guide on this remarkable journey. I am David Jones, and together, we will embrace a future marked by success, collaboration, and the transformative work we do at the Hello LLC. Hello stands for helping everyone live life optimally. So, let's make that pivot together and start living life optimally today.
Sometimes you got to hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the Hey Tie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens, literally all in one app. Go to HAYTI.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free, along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
Social media is evolving. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more energetic, and so are you. It's not just photos anymore. It's video, it's audio, it's subscriptions. And now there's Fanbase, a new monetized social network. Fanbase delivers the complete native app experience with full content monetization for every user. No algorithms that shadow ban your engagement or growth, and no ads. Follow anyone for free and subscribe directly to your favorite creators for $4.99 a month. Plus, show some love by tipping on any post. Also, make a Fanbase page and monetize your content the same way. Finally, connect with your followers by posting the amazing content you already create. And now, get paid for it. It's time to energize and monetize, because everyone's a fan of something and everyone has a fan base.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Hey everyone, it's Grant McGaw, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast and TV series, where I help you to build a 5-star brand that people will follow. My genius is personal brand development through intelligent communication and helping you achieve your business and career goals. I am a requested speaker on digital technology and brand development issues. I want to work with you to increase the value of your current opportunities while attracting new ones. Every one of you is unique, and we all share challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. As a super connector, I work with you as an executive coach to guide you along the complicated business and career development road, providing the enhancement tools and information you need to succeed. Together, I will help you succeed in today's challenging business climate. I will evaluate and measure your progress. Best of all, I am right alongside you every step of the way. Build the brand called you. Genius is coming.
You need to be messaging and communicating to a lot more folks and getting them committed to you as a brand and feeling that you are trustworthy, as a subject matter expert and for their needs and their pain points. That says, look, here are my pain points. Here's the problem that I have that I don't want, or the benefit that I want that I don't have. And Grant and Sydney understand that and are giving me information to be able to assist, in my eliminating those pain points.
You're going to get a lot out of this workshop We're going to show you ways that you can begin to look at this particular problem, that you can apply different formulas, techniques, and skills. They're going to get you to that next level. And then you'll understand the value that we're bringing.
Five-Star BDM, Brand Development Masters, is a professional consulting and advisory group keenly focused on business development services for the small to mid-sized business and entrepreneurs. Although every business is unique, they often share business development challenges that can be addressed through smart branding. Services include process improvement and operations, digital strategy and transformation, business intelligence, digital marketing, and personal branding. Our business and personal branding company has helped a number of professionals and organizations to optimize and grow. This results in more business, more opportunities, better reach, positive outcomes. Visit www.fivestarbdm.com today to learn more.
Why? Phenomenal Tanya T. Wise, who is here from the great state of Maryland. Tanya, welcome and thank you for being with us today. Can you indulge our audience a little bit and tell them just a little bit more about who you are and what it is that you do?
Well, I love being able to talk to people and have a magnetic attitude, being able to just show them. So I always like to say, level up is Coach at Tanya T. Wise here.
So can you tell our audience, just give them a teaser about what your presentation will be about?
So my philosophy is that we should all be living our dream life. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about how you start living your dream life. What are some of the things that you thought about in your childhood that you just kind of let go and dormant?
Wow.
And I want to reignite that and just give you some pointers and some tips, some tools, some strategies to be able to start living your best life now. And guess what, Akwanda? And leave an inheritance for your legacy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that's resonating with a lot of people. I've heard that you have a dynamic coaching program. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools, we help them implement strategies, as well as give them resources so that they can live their best life now and leave that inheritance.
Wow. Oh, I love that. I love the leave the inheritance part. Listen, you are dropping some major nuggets, and I know a lot of what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people, but I think we're all curious. How did you even make this transition into the speaking and coaching arena? What's the story behind this?
So I started out in finance, and I realized that a lot of people don't necessarily go after their dream life because of the lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it.
If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that?
Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Wise.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Hello. Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Grant McGaugh, CEO of 5-Star BDM and host of the award-winning Follow the Brand podcast. I'm your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Now, today, I want to dedicate this particular hour for all of you. We have an event that is tailored specifically for your unique industry challenges. We're talking about the Profit Booster Forum that will be taught by myself, Grant McGaugh, and Sydney Warnsby. We're going to elevate your business acumen. We are delighted to introduce us as foremost authorities in business strategy and market innovation. Sydney is renowned for his expertise in market research and strategic analysis and has consistently led businesses to identify and capitalize on unique market opportunities. His insights are not just theories. They are proven strategies that have transformed businesses in your sector. And alongside him will be me. We're going to do a fireside chat and give you an opportunity as we talk about this remarkable program that we have put together. So, without further ado, there he is, Mr. Sydney Warnsby. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well. It sounds like we need to check what's in your glass there, right?
No way.
That's the energy that Grant brings each and every day. There you go.
That's right. That's who I am. That's how I do things. And this is the energy we need, especially in 2024. If you're going to be successful, you've got to have a unique, differentiated strategy and be able to put yourself above the noise and above your competition in a way that you're going to be successful. Now, we put together this program. We've been doing it now ever since 2023. Back in June, we kind of launched it. We've had a couple of classes. We had a class starting actually tomorrow, and we're still talking to people because this is so important. Sydney, talk to me about why do you feel the Profit Booster Forum is such a great opportunity for business owners?
Oh, wow. I only have how many minutes for that? So to cut it down precisely or succinctly, it's about understanding what's unique about you, truly unique, not just platitude unique. What's truly unique about you, what your unique strength is, what your unique capabilities are, and how are you going to use that to eliminate the pain points of your target market. And when you have those two pieces of information, what's unique about me and how do I use that to solve the pain points of my target market, every other business decision you're going to make is based on that information. What messages you send or communicate out to your market? What price points do you set for your products? What features or functions do you have for that product? How do you create a drip campaign, an automated marketing communication campaign that's going to actually touch, connect, resonate with your target market? It's all of those things and more that you will be able to do effectively based on the information that we are going to not only teach you, but then help you create and develop for your specific business. But it's also what you're going to be missing out on if you're not doing that, and why your business is struggling either with sales growth or with lead generation or getting people to respond to your blog, your post, etc. And I've had many a client that came to me and said, oh, we do all this money you're spending on Google ads and all this, and they don't work. I don't like that Google platform, or I don't like that Facebook. And I'll tell them it's less about the platform and more about what you're saying. Let's look at what you're saying to those folks and why would they respond. So typically, if you're not getting any response to your ads, you're not getting clients, what we call clients or leads on demand, at will, whenever you want, just flowing in, then there's something wrong with your messaging that you need to address so that you can then be talking to the right folks in the right way with the right words so that they are resonating. But then all your other business decisions are also aligned with that so that it's really serving them in a way that they're looking to be served, solving the problem that they are, resolving the problem that they have that they don't want, or providing the benefit that they want that they don't have.
And here's where the crutch of it, right? Where the rubber meets the road. That me and you have discovered over these last 6 or 7 months, talking to a lot of groups of people, is that there's still a error, I would say a aura of procrastination. Is this the right thing? Should I do this? Maybe I've been burnt in the past and doing certain things. I invested in this one program and it never panned out for me, or I did this or that. They come up with so many different excuses for not taking advantage of a great program. I want to make sure that we really hone in on the value and talk to that person that's sitting there. Like, you have a business. You look at your numbers in 2023. Are those the numbers that you want to stay with? Or do you want to have significant growth in 2024? So you say, yes, I want significant growth in 2024. Most people would say, yes, I do. But so what are you willing to do to get there? Because I don't know anything in this world that if you don't invest some time or money into, there's no return on that investment. You invest in gasoline for your vehicle in order to get a return from the employment or the business that you're in. So you're like, you know what? I'll spend $50 to make 500, make 5,000, make 50,000. We're talking about a very low investment here, and with this same type of return. Talk to us about procrastination and that people that's like, you know what? I think I want, but I'm not sure. Help me understand, Sydney.
Well, and we get it. I get it. You get it. The paralysis by analysis comes about because people have been, twice bitten, not just once bitten, twice bitten. Spent money on this, didn't get a result. Now it's gone. Had some ideas. Maybe they tried to do it on their own, what they could do in growing their business. Didn't work. So there's a lot of frustration out there in small and mid-sized businesses because they're not getting, no matter what happens, they're not getting where they want to go. And I'll tell you two things. It's easy to know the cost of action. It's often hard to calculate the cost of inaction. So when you don't do something. So it's easy to say, oh, I know if I do this, it's going to cost me X, Y, and Z. What it's harder to figure out is, well, if I don't do it, what is it going to cost me? And that's what I work with on my clients when I'm doing their comprehensive growth assessment. I say, look, here's what you're not doing right now in each of these areas. And this is what and I'll ask them, what will that, if we correct that, what impact will that have on your business? And the numbers they put to it are usually higher than I tell you need to have this kind of growth. But they are clearly identifying, I'm not doing that now, and here's the impact of my business, and why they then get committed to, I need to start working with you, to make these things happen. And so that's one thing that I would tell folks is like, look, if you question whether it's going to be impactful, reach out to Grant or I. We'll give you our phone numbers right now here on this show. So mine, 718-791-8707. I'll say it again, 718-791-8707. And that's in the US. You can call, I'll walk you through in terms of what needs to be done, what you're doing now, not happening, and what that is costing you, in your business in terms of growth. But here's the other piece. All of those folks that they're usually talking to or who did them wrong before, to charge them some money, didn't deliver the results, never do what you and I do in our businesses. So I offer a money back guarantee on everything I do. One-on-one coaching, my 90-day foundation. If I'm not delivering the results I promised, that I committed to, that we agreed upon, I will refund your money or I will work for free until I do. We are offering that same kind of guarantee on the Profit Booster Forum. That says, look, it's a 4-week forum. You get there that first week and you say, this is garbage. This is trash. I don't need this. They're not teaching me anything I don't know. You know what? Sorry, we disappointed you. We'll immediately refund your money. No questions asked. We're not going to try and talk you into it. You know what's valuable to you or what's not. We need to do a better job. But we know that's not going to happen, which is why we can make the guarantee and why we do make the guarantee, because we already know what people say when they sit in the seat. Oh my gosh, this is information I've never gotten before. These are things. It's like going to, I had a couple of recommendations and comments from folks recently. It's like, I was like going to a master class, in graduate school, and the information I learned and how I applied it to my business, et cetera. So we're confident in the things that we're going to teach people and the impact that it's going to have, which is why we offer the guarantee. The paralysis by analysis comes from the frustrations of that's happened in the past and I didn't get results. I can't do anything about what decisions you made in the past. I can give you confidence about the things you're going to get from this. And that's what I focus with folks on. I know that the small changes to big things that we teach people about, and when I say small change, it's not changes. It's not because they're insignificant. They're small in terms of the fact that they're behavior based, that they don't cost you anything. It's just about how you do your work, your duties, your activities, your processes right now, and changing that is going to have an impact that's transformational for the business. So literally, making these changes will double your revenue and profits in less than 12 months. Less than 12 months. And that's the confidence that I have about the outcomes, but it's also because I've done it at corporate levels, Fortune 50 levels. I've done it at entrepreneurial levels for businesses that I owned and operated, bought to transform and then did, and then sold, for clients that I've worked with. So you got nothing to lose in terms of the risk. Come, don't get anything out of it. We'll refund the money back to you. Now, we're not going to wait till the day 4 and do it. You got to make that decision right up front, after day 1. But that's how confident we are about it. So
no, this is about having skin in the game and backing up what we're talking about. That
absolutely,
if you do the work, and I've had this happen in people in class. They came, they were like, anything, you're not sure about how this is going to go. But I guarantee you, the first course, you're going to understand exactly where this is going because it's tailored to you. You're going to get a skills gap analysis specifically made for you. What does that mean? That means, where do you sit in relation to the market with the skill sets that you have? Most people don't do this kind of analysis when they go out in business, or maybe they even been in business 2-3 years, and understanding this one important. The market is constantly changing, and your skill sets, your tool sets, and your mindsets must be constantly changing as well to get to a desired result. What is the desired result? And I love how you put it in the past when we talked. The desired result is not always I'm getting more money. The desired result is that I have solved a business problem for someone else, and I'm solving it more and more and more because people find value in what I'm doing. We try to get you out of your own way, that you can see clearly with clarity the real problem that you solve and the skill sets that you utilize to solve them. Now, I will tell you, because it's called a skills gap analysis for a reason. You may have gaps. We need to understand those gaps. Let's look at your reach. Where is your market? How are you reaching that market? And then you're going to get to what Sydney does about the messaging. What are you saying to this market? Because if you have the same message that 100 of your competitors have, how far are you going to get? Far are you going to get? You're in New York City. You open a coffee shop. You know how many coffee shops have been opened in New York City? A lot. What's your differentiated strategy? And a lot of times what it comes down to is experience. When I go to that coffee shop, I get this type of experience, and I want to go there over and over again. So it's a repeatable activity, right? How do you mold that and create that, right? And you get into what City does, the dominating market position. I'm going to stop there and let Sydney tell us what that is.
Well, and again, it's understanding, just as the name implies, what position in the market can I dominate? Not just compete. Can I dominate? And why can I dominate? So in business strategy, you talk about, what's your status, within the competitive market. Are you the dominating, position? Are you the secondary position? Are you all the way down to, kind of a weak competitor, et cetera? Everybody wants to be the dominating position because you have the most control over that market. You have the most response for that market. Whatever you do then dictates what happens in that market. But how do you determine? How do you determine which segment of that market is where you get to dominate? And that's what we help you see when you're doing your gap analysis for your business. What are your unique strengths? What are your weaknesses? How does that compare with the other competitors in that market? How does that compare and relate to the target market that's out there? What you then are able to see is, here's where my skills completely align and match with the wants and needs of this group of prospects. So here are the people whose problems need my unique strengths to resolve. Here are the folks whose benefits that they desire completely align with the strengths that I possess. So I'm going to use my strength to eliminate their problems and to provide their benefit that they want. Those folks, I can dominate that segment because they're going to keep coming to me because I do that better than anyone else. That may be a small segment. That may be a big segment. That may be a huge segment, but I'm going to only compete in the area where I can dominate. Anytime I go into any other area, I'm going to have lackluster, performance. And like it says in scripture, I'll spit you out like lukewarm water. Nobody likes lukewarm water. You're either hot or you're cold. So, you got to find, where can you be either that cool, refreshing drink of water or that hot boiling water that's going to cook and prepare things. So, I need to plug in.
No worries. This is good information. And I want to advise our listeners to understand where business is going. And whether you realize it or not, you have been moving through information age. This has been the information age for probably the last, I'm going to say from 1990 all the way to now, 2023. Information, a lot of information, a lot of data that's been out there. But guess what, folks? We are entering into the intelligent age. Mm-hmm. You must double down and leverage intelligence, analytics, metrics, understanding at a very high level what the data is telling you. Right. To be very precise and having precision in all of your efforts, whether it's operational or it's from a marketing standpoint, but it's about business agility. You must enter into this intelligent technology age. So some of the things that we're going to take a look at when it comes to skills gap analysis, where do you sit in this technology stack? You can't just be a user. You need to understand certain realities around that. You need to understand how to market or use it and understand the different tool sets that are available. It's not good enough that you can say, I can just outsource it. Yeah, you can, but guess what? That's how you get bad results. Lots of people can do marketing. Lots of people can do branding, but what they cannot do is assume what you want for them. You need to be able to articulate exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish, because I guarantee you, you're going to get a different picture back if you just throw it over the fence. Correct?
Yeah, let me comment on that too, because there's a difference between, at least this is how I always frame it, with my clients. There's a difference between data, information, and insight. Data is just raw stuff. Here's the numbers. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, good. Information is, hey, here's the trend of those numbers, or here's how those numbers have been working, and da-da-da. Here's the insight. This is why those numbers have been changing. And therefore, the things that you need to do in order to either stem that tide or ride that tide or change that tide or whatever. So, we're helping you to get insight about your market so that you can make decisions. I had a client, recently was talking about, pricing. They wanted to, change their prices or market this product at a specific price. And when I started asking them, okay, again, let's go through the process. Why? What is it? Who are you making this for? And it became clear that they weren't using any of the things that we talked about. So I helped them go back to this structure and process that says, here's why we do it this way, because these things are connected. Here's what your clients are wanting. And how does this price point show the value proposition that you're providing relative to this? And they were leaving money on the table in that situation or scenario. I've had some clients who were doing the opposite, but in this scenario, they were leaving money on the table. They said, look, this is how they value that. And you're offering it here when they're really valuing it here. Now, that may get you some sales, or it may lose you some sales. It may lose you some where people say, that can't be as good as I think it is, because that would cost much more. And so we need to look at all the decisions that we need to make, from the perspective of not me and what would I do or what would I want, but what is it that they want? And so we're going to teach you how to get into the head of your target market with your gap analysis, with this understanding about market dominating position, so that you know how to message to them. And we were, when you were mentioning that, I talk about, kind of what's going wrong and why does, somebody not do X, Y, and Z. It's because they don't have that information and insight, and because everything that they've been told, especially about marketing in the past, is wrong. And again, I don't say that as trying to position myself as the only one that knows, because the information's out there. But what happens is we traditionally have told small business owners, here's all you need to worry about. You need to put an ad out there, go on Google, put an ad that tells everybody what you do. And that's what they do. They go out there and put an ad about what they do, and they get no response to it. And they say, why did that work? Because it wasn't about where you put the ad. It was about what you said. It didn't connect. Your target market has a million things going through their mind that all relate to those two things. The problem they have, they don't want, or the benefit they want, they don't have. And it keeps going through their head. And you've got to break through that in a way that gets them to take notice. But you can't break through if you don't understand what they're thinking about, so that you can say, hey, if somebody is thinking about buying a Maserati, they're going to hear the word Maserati as soon as it's said, I'm selling a Maserati. What? Yeah. But if you said I'm selling a Hyundai, they don't even hear. They're just going right along. So the whole point is that, you need to understand what they're wanting, why they're needing, so you know how to position the communication that you're sending out to them to get them to want to respond. The other piece to that is most of our advertising is just that. It's advertising. Most of our marketing is advertising, where people think an advertisement is marketing, and that's not true. That's just wrong. An advertisement, I'm selling a specific thing, which means the person who's reading that and responding to it is buying a specific thing. And the reality is that only 1% of the entire market that you're dealing with is ready to buy right now. 1%. So if you're sending, all your marketing is simply advertising to that 1%, and you're not saying anything of any value or resonance, the only thing they're going to look at is say, well, is it this cheapest thing? Because 4 other people are saying the same thing. I'm just going to pick the cheapest one. You've given me no reason. And for all those people who aren't now buyers, they have no reason to pay attention to your ad at all. And so you're not building any credibility with them. You're not building any authority with them. You're not building any connection with them that's going to make them think of you first the next time. So those are all of the things that we're not only teaching, but we're helping people to create for their own business that says, now that I understand what Grant and Sydney just taught me, we're going to help them put it together. It says, okay, what's your specific business? All right, here's how you're going to apply that. Why don't you think about it this way? So we're going to be giving you some insight about, okay, now how do you use this information that we just provided so that you can now get the results that you want in your business? More sales. And that's what all of you out there who are listening to this want right now. You want more sales and ultimately more money in your pocket at the end of the year, which is more profit. And that's what this information helps you do. That's why we say it will double your profits in less than 12 months.
And that is the Profit Booster Forum. You can go on Eventbrite. You will see this information available. We have a class starting tomorrow. If you're interested, we'll send you an email. You can email me at grant.mcgaw@5starbdm, or you can email Sydney, and also with his phone number, because we know you have questions. And this is the things that I have learned over the last 6 months. I want to give the audience an opportunity to talk about this. Talk to me. Give me a call. Give me a set up an appointment. And let's have a conversation before you pull out any money, pull out any credit card, whatever it is. Let's talk about it. Where are you at in your journey? And what do you feel is the challenge that you have not been able to scale? And number 2 for that is, what is the value of that? If you could scale, how much, what is that worth to you? If you don't scale, to Sydney's point, what does that cost you? Because if the cost of doing nothing is going to be, and I tell you right now, it's going to be greater.
Yes. Well, and you were asking about the offer stack, that was the nature of your question earlier. And, when you and I work one-on-one with people, and we've kind of shared amongst ourselves, with each other, what we charge, why we charge it, and when we work one-on-one with folks doing this same thing, again, that's one-on-one, working through the same thing, it usually ends up going to cost them somewhere in the $5,000 to $8,000 range, because of the amount of time, the amount of energy, the amount of work we're doing with one client. For this one, we decided, well, you know what? I don't know that we could do a class and get that, but we're also not doing one-to-one. We don't need to get that much. And so we decided what we were going to do is do a class so that we could actually lower the cost a little bit. But also we ended up lowering it a little bit more because we said we wanted to attract people that ultimately could be our clients on the broader set for business. So that's what we did in this. And I don't think you're going to get, no, I know you're not going to get this kind of education, assistance, and training at the price that we're having and that we set. And it's no secret. It's $497 for 8 hours worth of training and coaching assistance on delivering this, so that you come out with that work, that forum, with a gap analysis and a market dominating position statement and implementation plan that you can then go and use to drive more leads for your business, make better decisions about your pricing, et cetera, that we talked about before. Now, I'm going to do 2 things. I did this earlier in the week in one of my other venues. I think we have maybe 10 spots or so left. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's the offer. Anybody who contacts Grant or me, Grant by his email, me by my email or phone number, boom, boom, boom. And again, this starts tomorrow, so you're gonna have to call, contact us today. that just contacts us asking for more information, I will provide you a free comprehensive business growth assessment that I will do on your business personally. That's something that I normally charge up to $2,000, actually up to $2,200, $2,197, that I normally charge for just the assessment, that I will do for free if you simply call us or email us about more information. Obviously, you need to give us your contact info so I can make sure I honor that agreement. The second thing I'll offer, anyone who registers today for the program, or well, it starts tomorrow morning, so you're gonna have to register today. Anyone who registers today for the Profit Booster Forum, I will offer 1 free month of coaching for your business. That's, again, on top of the value that you're getting just from the forum. And again, for Grant and I, it's about really teaching people the power of these things, so that you can not only be a disciple about within your own business, but also within your business community. And we're looking for longer term relationships as well, not only with you, but for the folks that you might refer to us. So we really want people to get value out of it, and we know the value you're going to get out of it. And so that's why we can offer the guarantee and be so strong behind it. So with those two things, I don't know how somebody decides, I'm not sure still.
No.
Guarantee, nothing to lose, and those extra bonus values.
I'm talking because I remember I've been that person on the fence. I've been on the couch. I've listened to certain things, and whether I push the button or not, I might come up with 3 or 4 real excuses. Right now, I'm not going to talk about excuses. What I am going to talk about, whoever is listening right now, do a self-assessment. What was my production in 2023? Is that good enough for where I will need to be for my business in 2024? It's a simple question. Is it or isn't it? Do I have the profitability that I earned in 2023? If I continue with that same profitability in 2024, I'm going to be just fine. You have to answer that question. If that question is no, then you need to do something different. And if you haven't mapped out that process, that strategy, that tactic, and you're just going to do what you've always done, hey, I'll do more phone calls, I'll do more emails, I will do, you said you're doing more of the same. And a lot of people have heard this. If I keep doing what I've always done, I'm going to keep getting what I've always gotten. Those just aren't platitudes. That's a fact. Right. It's a fact. So what can you do to change? We're talking about a very low investment. We talked about this. It's like, wow, you're going to get 8 hours. And you're not just getting 8 hours. You're getting my 30 to 40,000 hours of experience in business development for Fortune 500 companies in information technology, branding and marketing for the last 25 years. I'm going to pour this into you over the next 4 weeks that you're going to have a deliverable. And I have a co-partner that has worked for JP Morgan Chase, Coca-Cola, or what was it, Pepsi? I can't remember.
PepsiCo. Oh, man. They're going to really get mad at you.
But I'm not kidding, right? I mean, we're talking about seasoned executives in business to help you at the large business level, but understand what it takes at the small business level to go ahead and scale. Because we don't want to be that statistic that after, I think it's even after 2 years, 50% of small businesses fail. And then after 10 years, about 90% of those.
95. So after 5 years, 95% have failed. And it's, I think 50% after 2 years and 25 or 30% after the first year, et cetera. So there, some high failure rates. And the thing I, say to folks all the time is like, look, the things that we are going to talk about are for every segment of business, every stage and phase of business. If you're growing already at, 20, 30% each and every year, God love you. You don't need this. Well, you may be being lucky, but your business is going to be fine next year. Go right ahead. When it's not growing, then maybe you want to see us. But if you're not growing, you're stagnant, or you're hanging on by a thread. You're trying to figure out how to make it. You're trying to figure out how to get bigger. You're trying to figure out how to kind of bust out of the plateau or level that you're kind of stuck at now. Then this is for you. And what I tell folks all the time is, look, if what I'm going to tell you is true, what Grant's going to tell you is true, whether you do it through us and let us help you with it, or whether you do it by yourself, or whether you go do it with someone else, you got to do these things. And so if you think, you know what, I'll wait, and maybe my numbers will get better and I'll have more money next year, and maybe then I can do it. It's not going to change. And as the phrase goes, hope is not a strategy. So if you keep hoping for something to change, that's not a good strategy. You're going to be left disappointed most times. And these are the things that you got to do. Even if you are a startup, you got to do them. That's how million and billion dollar companies got to be million and billion dollar companies. They didn't wake up one day at $1 billion and say, now I need to put this in place. They would have never gotten there. They didn't get to be 20, 30, $40 million companies because they woke up one day and they were like, I'm there. I guess I need to put this in place. They had these things in place and they kept perfecting those systems all the way along till they got to a point where they are, and they're still perfecting those systems to keep growing, to the next level, et cetera. So it's just bottom line, what you need to do.
So we've got about a minute here, Sydney. We want to leave some contact information. I'm going to jet. I'd like for you to go ahead and let us know who our sponsors are, because this has been a wonderful, wonderful program. But I want, before I jet, please tell the audience how to get in touch with you one more time.
All right. So I'm going to first give my phone number because of the short time frame. If you're wanting to get there, it starts, bright and early tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Eastern Time. My phone number, +1 for those outside of the U.S., 718-791-8707. Again, 718-791-8707. My email address, Sydney, you can see it right there, Sydney, SIDNEYW, Sydney W, at solutionswithresults.com. Solutionswithresults.com. And that website name should tell you it all. I believe in delivering solutions that drive results. That's what we're about. So that's how you can get in contact with me. Grant, you?
Oh, no, and that's wonderful. You can reach me at grant.mcgaugh. It's like it sounds, like on the screen, MCGAUGH at the number 5, Star BDM. That's B for brand, B for development, and for masters.com. You can go to my website at 5starbdm.com to see all the different episodes I have had talking to industry leaders like Sydney Warrensby about all the things we're talking about. But we're going to give you this as a leg up in 2024 like you have never seen done. So can't wait to see all of you in class, as a matter of fact. I'm going to leave you with today, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side, Sydney.
Okay. So again, hope you enjoyed the conversation. Hope you've enjoyed the programming for this afternoon. The Black Business Network and the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college, or for K through 12 entrepreneurs. The Expo is a fundraiser for students. So you can go to the website www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Again, that's www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund. You can also use the Cash App with the account number that should be rolling underneath the screen, $BBX USA. Again, $BBX USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. And if you are a student, you can register for one of those items online at the same website, www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Remember, every dollar counts. So please donate to the scholarship fund. Also want to take time to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for the month of January 2024. Those sponsors include NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richer Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, the Hello LLC, Barbara H. Smith LLC, Margie McLean Foundation, Inc., Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, 5-Star BDM Media, that's Grant's company, Milani Shani Global, the Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. So again, hope that you've enjoyed all that Grant and I had to talk about. Hope to see all of you tomorrow, starting at the Profit Booster Forum. Following immediately after this, you'll see a commercial about the forum, which will also have a QR code for you to use for registration, or you can go to, as Grant said, eventbrite.com and just search for Profit Booster Forum. As we say, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics are essential platforms for Black business owners globally. They provide the tools and support you need to succeed in today's competitive marketplace. Join us today as we collaborate together with businesses from around the world to support our children, students, and young future entrepreneurs, Black businesses, and corporations. We raise funds for students going to college and young entrepreneurs who are aspiring to be business owners, and we invite you to be a contributor today. Visit the website www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to connect with and learn more about how the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics can help you not only share your amazing business story to businesses, but also serve future generations. Hello, my name is David Jones, CEO and co-founder of the Hello LLC, where we help businesses build a culture, brand and experience, and leverage technology to pivot into Web3. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into Roku, Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Spotify, Twitch, and Google Podcasts. Tune in, turn on, and let's thrive.